So now I'm going to introduce the target speaker. The target speaker is Anthony Padilla. The title of his speech is "This is for the 90%." This is for the 90%. Anthony Padilla.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. How's everybody doing today? Good. All right, so last week, I did a quick survey, and over 90% of people stated that at some point, they have asked themselves, what should I do for the rest of my life? And I am sure at some point, this is a question that has come to mind for you as well. So, I'm gonna give you guys 3 things that's going to help point you in the right direction. I'm not here to answer your question, but I'm here to get you thinking. Okay? Are you guys ready? If you guys want, take out your papers, take out your pens, because now will be the perfect time to take notes. Awesome. Point number 1. It starts with me. Not me, Anthony, me as in you. A lot of people don't understand that in order to determine what it is they're created to do, they need to discover who they are. When you discover who you are, you then begin to find your purpose. And here's how. A little trick that I used growing up was I began to reflect on my past. I began to look for patterns, things that stuck out. What roles did I play growing up? And I'm gonna ask you guys the same exact thing. I'm sure you guys played sports before. I'm sure you guys were involved in clubs. Some of you could probably be troublemakers. It doesn't matter. But there's a specific role that you played amongst the people that you were with that I guarantee you, if you looked closely, you could identify your purpose. So I want to challenge you. I want you to take your past and I want you to look for patterns. And I want you to compare it to the things that you enjoy doing today. And with those 2 things, with repetition, right? So when you reflect, it's not going to happen the very first time. It's not going to happen the second time. But the more you reflect on your past, the closer you are going to be to find your purpose. So that's my first challenge for you guys. Going to point number 2 now. Start with the end in mind. A boat in the middle of the sea with no destination is just a boat being washed away by the waves. Something similar to living a life and not having an end in mind and just allowing for life to create the life for you. I'm sure you have goals. I'm sure you have dreams. I'm sure you have wants. Or do you allow for other people to determine that for you? I want you to consider these questions and keep them in the back of your mind. Because let me tell you what an end in mind does for you. When you find your purpose and you have the end in mind, it continuously points you in a direction you're supposed to go. Does that make sense? When you know your purpose and you have your end in mind, it points you in the direction you're supposed to go. So I want to challenge you. Second challenge. I want to challenge you to take the time and determine what it is that you want to leave this earth with. What type of legacy do you want to leave? What values, visions do you want to leave your family? What do you want to be known as? Because the true end in mind is not when we're 80 years old. The true end in mind is not at that point. The true end in mind is when we're gone. So what is it that you want to leave this earth with? Not with, I'm sorry. What do you want to leave this earth? What do you want to leave the people of this earth with? Point number 3. You must grow into the person you were created to be. You don't just wake up and be that doctor that you have dreamed of being since you were a child. You don't just wake up and being the top international Toastmaster speaker overnight. You don't just wake up and be the NASCAR driver that you've been dreaming and envisioning since you were young. No, there's a process. You must grow into the person you believe you were created to be. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're not going to get anywhere if you're not willing to intentionally grow into becoming that person. Intentionally. So, challenge number 3. I challenge you to take the time and initially grow into the person you're created to be. Today I gave you 3 points. Today I gave you 3 challenges. I do not want you to just take 1 or 2. I want you to take all 3. And here's why. Because they all depend on one another. Start off by going point 1, then go to point 2, and then go to point 3. There's a reason why I gave it to you guys in that specific order. Okay? So point 1, point 2, and point 3. And I guarantee you, you're going to reap the benefit from these points. And if there's anything you need help with, reach out to me. I'm here for you, and I'm willing to help you get to the next level. Thank you.